Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to give a few seconds for people to start joining. And go ahead and tag everyone. Welcome to this pop-up healing clinic. Just want to make sure everybody gets a notification who wants to be here this morning for the healing clinic as promised. So I'm going to go ahead and tag everyone. First of all, make sure it's not on just friends, which is it's funny how it does that automatically. And good morning, good morning. Should now be public. And everyone should be able to see this. So I'm going to go ahead and share it around. Please, as you are coming on, if you feel like this experience is something that would benefit a group that you run or a community that you're in, also feel free to share that. In a moment, I'm going to open up with a little bit about why I decided to run this circle. And yeah, make sure that the sound is. So the sound is not actually playing the music, which is interesting. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix that while we're here. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am trying to get the music to play that I am playing. I would like for you all to be hearing it. And for some reason, it is not sharing. Also share audio tab. I would like to also share audio tab. To share audio, share a tab or screen instead. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, now we're just gonna share everything because apparently I have to do that. This is funny. Hello, good morning. I'm testing the audio. I'm just wanting to see if you can actually hear the audio that I am playing. I might have to actually merge this into a tab. I don't know if I could do that or not, so that you all can hear it. Good morning. Please say hello as you're coming on. Hello, Haley. Hi. Welcome, welcome. So I'm still trying to figure out this audio thing. I might not be able to actually share audio. Hi, Allison. Yes, my voice is definitely clear, but I'm playing music and the music is not actually happening. had some really beautiful meditation music that I wanted to share, and that seems to not be occurring unless I share like a pop-up of my screen, which I really didn't want to do because it gets confusing visually. So that's okay. Oh, you hear music too? Oh, that's nice. You can hear some music. Oh, that's nice. Oh, lovely. It is working. Hooray. Maybe if I turn it up a little bit. Is that a little bit better? As long as it's clear. As long as you can hear a little bit of that music in the background, it's good. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning. Good morning. So, I'm so glad you're joining me this morning. I really wanted to, well, I will say this was not a desire of mine. It just kind of was born of me yesterday. And I happen to be a very, very splenic oriented being. I'm a splenic projector by design. Whenever I get a pulse to do something like that, I usually act on it. Good morning. Good morning, Sylvia. Thank you so much for verifying that this is clear, Allison. Good morning, Margaret. Good morning, Kylie. My pleasure. Thank you for being here. So I received yesterday, I was, for weeks I've been sitting in this like same place you all have been sitting in this real big storm of energy, which is really what it felt like. It felt like a big storm, like we were all just out here flailing around, and the cosmic climate kept shifting and changing, and the transits were coming in and out, but it just felt different. It had a different quality to it. And usually I'm a reflector by design. So my body is a reflector body. I'm a conscious projector. And so I'm very attuned to cosmic comings and goings. That's something that I've always been able to really tune into. And when I say that I've been in the fray, like energetically, I knew that the collective was also. And so I started talking about this, and I started putting out feelers, and all of you came forward and you were like, yes, me too, me too, me too, me too. And so yesterday it just came forward to like create this space where I could hold space for all of us with all of you and help lighten that energetic load that's happening. And what's really fascinating about what's going on is like every single one of us on here right now, and everybody who's going to watch the replay, we all have completely different lives and completely different circumstances that are creating this feeling that we are all feeling. And yet we are all here with this feeling of pressure and overwhelm and stress that's so present for us. And so I want to invite you into the very first thing is the recognition of the human experience, of the fact that we don't have to know each other. We don't have to know what our stories are or what the details are of what's creating this pressure, but we all feel that. And for some of us, depending on how we're built, how we were designed, this pressure is a very internal experience coming from within us. For a lot of us, it'll be coming from the outside, and we'll be feeling that external sense of pressure. And then for some of us, it's going to be a combination thereof, the internal and external pressure, right? That's creating this overwhelming sensation that we then start to feel in our bodies. And then it shows up like crying, uncontrollable tears, right? Or physical pain. I've been having a lot of physical pain in my body, which is a communication of emotion that needs to move. Things that aren't really flowing or moving, stagnation in my body. And I know that's been the story for a lot of you who are on here right now with me having this experience. Hello, Najiro. Welcome. I hope I pronounced that correctly. If I didn't, please correct me. So this is the collective story, and we are all feeling this with completely different lives. And we're not isolated in this experience. The whole collective around the world is drowning in a sense of overwhelm and grief and suffering. And because we are all tied into each other, we cannot exist as a singular unit. without the imprint of the collective. We are all having this experience together in some way, shape, or form. When there is grief somewhere, there's grief everywhere. And also, when there's joy somewhere, there's joy everywhere. When there is stability somewhere, it offers stability to the collective. And so my hope with this gathering is that we can come together and stabilize together to some degree, and not only give ourselves that stability, but everyone who's joining in this space, we can extend stability to everyone else and then surpass that stability around the world. This frequency that we're about to create together becomes something that then ripples out into the quantum and provides this energy of support and stability to the quantum, right? Oh, that's so nice. Hi, Annie. Yes, I'm so glad that you are inviting your friends. Thank you for doing that. Oh, I'm so glad I pronounced that well. Great. So I want you to just take a second and put your hand on your heart. We're going to do a bit of a meditative exercise. So if you're watching this and you're driving, obviously, please do not close your eyes. Let's not do that. But just, drop into your presence as you are able. So if you would place your hand or hands on your heart, and I really want you to take maybe the deepest in-breath you've taken all day today. Just really, let's breathe together. And I really want you to honor yourself for being here live in this moment, listening to my voice with all these other beautiful people who are here extending their energy across time and space. I want you to take a moment to honor all the effort that you are showing up with in the world. All the ways that you are putting your best foot forward, even if it feels like you're not. And then take a moment to honor all the challenges, the seen and the unforeseen, that you are currently navigating. The ones that you feel prepared for, and the ones that you do not. The ones that you can see are building your character, and the ones that still feel like complete chaos to your mind and heart. Take a moment to recognize all of it, to recognize this extremely human experience that sometimes feels like the greatest shit show we could have ever signed up for. Makes us question our sanity and all of that. And then sometimes proves to be the most touching and profound experience there ever was. And that is truly the point of incarnation. We didn't incarnate because we thought it was going to be easy. We didn't incarnate because we thought we weren't going to face these issues. We incarnated because we wanted to feel. We wanted to experience. We wanted to experiment. We wanted to know what it was like to experience ourselves. Our consciousness wanted to experience itself, and for that reason, we exist. And so we're just going to honor all of that together. So now, those of you that are able, gently rest your eyes or close your eyes as I lead us into a guided visualization. You can keep your hands in your heart if that feels really comfortable. You can put your hands in your lap if that feels more comfortable. You can shift your position right now. I'll give you a moment to find a more comfortable position, whether it's seated or laying down or whatever you'd like to do. Take a moment to adjust yourself now. when you're there, in your comfortable positioning, I want you to gently close your eyes and just drop into your body. And one of the fastest ways to do that is to take 3 inhales through the nose and exhales out of the mouth. And repeat that 3 times. So inhale through the nose real deep. And then loudly exhale through the mouth. Do that 3 times and notice every time you exhale how you drop in a little bit deeper, how you let go a little bit more, become a little bit more embodied. And as you take those cleansing breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, know that there's nothing that you have to do in this moment. There's no place you have to be or anything you really have to think about except for what's happening right now, except for listening to my voice, except for being in this moment, receiving this healing. Continue to breathe. You don't have to alter your breath. Just try and slightly deepen it every time you inhale. And take a second of gratitude for your body, for how much it is perfectly imperfect. Despite everything you've experienced and lived, it continues to carry you in this world, continues to hold you. This vehicle allows you to continue to experience reality as best as it is able. So take a moment to feel gratitude for your vehicle, for the insane mechanics of this vehicle. And slowly, slowly begin to visualize this beautiful nature landscape before you. Whatever is your favorite nature landscape, I want you to just see it in your mind's eye. And I want you to see that at a distance, a couple yards away from where you are in this beautiful nature landscape, there's this huge, beautiful pyramid. And this pyramid almost looks like it's glistening at you from a distance. And I want you to experience yourself walking towards it. And as you're walking towards this pyramid and getting closer and closer, you see these little balls of light all around you walking towards the pyramid. We're floating towards the pyramid also. And you recognize these are all the souls that I'm with in this moment. These are all the souls coming to this very same pyramid. We're all gathering together, moving towards this pyramid. And as you get closer and closer, you notice that there's an opening at the base of the pyramid. And all these little floating lights are bouncing inside into the pyramid. And you are slowly making your way inside of the pyramid, one of those balls of light. And all of these little light beings are settling inside of this giant pyramid in this beautiful circle. And you take your place in the circle, right alongside them. And you take a moment to look around the inside of this gorgeous pyramid. You're just stunned by how beautiful it is. Observing the details, the materials, anything that sticks out to you about the inside of this beautiful pyramid. And then you're looking around at all the light beings settled around in this beautiful circle, and you're feeling their energy. You're feeling this connection. You're all here together at the same time, supporting each other, bringing your hearts to this one place. And it feels so beautiful to be in community and spirit like this. As you're sitting in this beautiful circle, you start to feel the aura that surrounds you. You start to extend your awareness from inside your body to the outer layer of your skin. And then from beyond your skin, you start to feel this energy layer that surrounds you. As you extend your awareness and extend and stretch this energy layer around you, you start to feel how this energy layer is bumping up against the other energy layers of those sitting to your left and to your right. And very soon you start to feel this collective energy. All of these energy bodies connected. And you can't help feeling this sense of oneness. We really are all in this together. Now from your heart, you call forward a prayer. What is the prayer that is on your heart right now? Is it a prayer for peace? Is it a prayer for healing? Is it a prayer for prosperity? Is it a prayer for community? Is it a prayer of love? What prayer is on your heart? I want you to feel that prayer right in the center of your chest, right in your heart. Feel that prayer. And before you pass this prayer along, which you will in a moment, I want you to say this prayer to yourself in this format. I am now so grateful for this blank in my life. I am now so grateful for this love in my life. I am now so grateful for this prosperity in my life. I am now so grateful for this health in my life. Phrase your prayer with those words and feel it in the center of your chest, in your heart. Magnetize that prayer. Put all of your intention, all of your love, all of your devotion into that prayer. And when that prayer feels really charged up and really pure, I want you to imagine this prayer moving out of your chest in this beautiful golden little bubble, floating out of your chest, out of your heart, and moving to the left of you, to the person next to you. As you receive a new prayer from the person to the right of you, a new golden bubble appears before you. And you bring in that prayer into your heart, and you receive the blessing of that prayer. And then you let go of the blessing of that prayer, and you move the prayer onto your left. And for a few minutes, we are going to stay here as you all share your prayers with each other. Notice as the next prayer comes to you, if you can feel what that prayer might be for. Don't have to try, just see it, play with it. See if you can sense it. And when you've received that beautiful prayer, pass it along to the left and receive a new one. And allow these prayers to circulate in this group from one person to the next. Sharing prayers of love, of hope, of health, of unity, of peace, magnetizing each other's heart with these beautiful prayers. What a gift to be able to do this for each other and for ourselves. And now, whichever gift you have before you, I want you all to elevate your prayers. Imagine these prayers floating up, up, up to the tippy top of this pyramid. All of these golden balls of prayers are floating up to the very top of the pyramid. All of them going up, 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 up to the very top of the pyramid. And together, we intend to send these prayers out into the world with all of our heart energy, all of our love energy, so that every being can feel the benefit of these prayers. So we move these prayers up to the top of the pyramid, and you see this beautiful glowing light coming out from the top of the pyramid and spreading all over the earth. And you watch these prayers open up like blankets of light, going out from the space you are sitting in, out from your home or your office, out from your city, your state, your country, and blanketing and covering the earth in this beautiful golden blanket of light charged with this heart energy now covers the earth. And all of you in this beautiful circle feel this deep sense of gratitude for the prayers that you have received and for the prayers that you have offered. And you take one more look around your beautiful, beautiful circle at all these beautiful beings of light. And you say thank you silently to all of them. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for offering me your prayers. Thank you for receiving mine. And slowly, slowly you come back into your body, into your awareness of now space, feeling your body, your limbs, your scalp, your breath. Slowly, slowly blinking your eyes and coming into the present moment, feeling alert and grateful and grounded. Welcome back. How was your experience? Feel free to share anything you feel inspired to share in the chat box. Annie, thank you for joining. I hope you have a lovely day as well. Eileen, hello, welcome, thank you. Thank you. We're going to be doing some tapping in a moment, but I really wanted to open up with this. Feel more grounded and less worried. Beautiful. It's exactly what we wanted. You're welcome, Sylvia. You're welcome. Maybe you feel like you can breathe a little bit better. Maybe you have a little bit more gratitude in your heart. How did it feel to receive prayers? That was a huge hug to my soul. Yes, Allison. That was wonderful. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Okay. So now that you're all feeling a little bit more stable, you can do a little bit of tapping. And so this is lovely because this allows a really good groundwork for the tapping to move without resistance, which is really nice. Kelly said, I literally hugged my body as I accepted it as me instead of as something that betrays me. Oh, man. I feel that deep. Thank you for sharing it. I'm so glad, Margaret. So good. It never stops being humbling to be in circle and to recognize the humanity of being alive. Right? It's the most humbling thing ever. And also how beautiful it is when we come together and we create the kind of energy that we just created. It's so special. So thank you for showing up and for bringing your prayers and your energy. It was felt, deeply felt. Oh, Margaret said she's on her morning walk and this has truly blessed me. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I'm so glad. All right. So we're gonna do a little bit of tapping. If you don't know what tapping is, it's officially known as emotional freedom technique. I am a student in the master's program for EFT. And I've been a certified EFT practitioner for several years, since 2017. Aside from being a human design analyst and business and career consultant, which is what I love to do and I talk about all the time, I'm also very much into somatic healing and energy psychology. And EFT is one of those tools that is so gentle and powerful and really allows us to shift a state with so much. It's rapid. It's so rapid, and it can be used in a very simple format. It can also be very sophisticated, and sometimes it has to be depending on the level of trauma that I'm working with. But the simple format is also very powerful, and you can use anytime you feel like you need a shift. And so one thing I tell my clients all the time when they're facing adversity, and I want every single one of you to hear me, is that before you make a choice, before you make a decision on anything in your life, shift the feeling first. It doesn't mean that's going to change your decision. Sometimes the decision will remain the same. Sometimes the decision will still be to leave, to quit, to change directions, or whatever that is, but sometimes it won't be. Because what needs to be experienced is the feeling. So every time my clients come into a session and they're feeling heavy with this thing that has come up in their lives and they don't know what to do, I say, you don't need to know what to do right now. What we need to do is experience your experience. And 9 times out of 10, as soon as the emotions get integrated and processed, there's clarity that finds them. And it just feels so good. It feels like coming home in that moment. So I want you to remember what we're about to do together. And I want you to remember me saying that before you have to make a choice on anything, shift the feeling, stabilize yourself emotionally. I promise you, it will change the way you make that decision. Even if it doesn't change the decision, it changes the way you engage with that decision, which profoundly alters the consequences and the outcomes of that experience. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to call points first. I'm going to show you where you're going to be touching on your body so that you have perspective. If you already know this, great. If you're brand new, don't worry. I'm going to be doing it with you. We're going to do it together. The first place we're going to start is the side of the hand. Now, every single one of these points I'm touching on my body correspond to a meridian line in the body. And what's happening when we're percussive, when we're being percussive on those points, it's very similar to what happens with acupuncture when you're putting in needles to these points. The point of the small needle is to move energy through the meridian line, and we're doing that with percussion. Okay, it's acupressure. And so as we're applying this acupressure and as we're saying these specific things that I'm going to guide us through, we are moving this energy through the body, through the meridian lines, through the corresponding organs, the major organ systems. And so we are basically flushing the body from the energetic imprints of whatever we are carrying. Okay. So there is a beautiful meditation, Angela, welcome, that you want to catch before we start this. So your perfect timing for tapping, but please catch the meditation, like rewatch this so you can catch the meditation we opened with, because it was really lovely. The energy was really special. Welcome, sister. So you ready? I want you to call into your intention now that we're a little bit more stabilized because of the beautiful meditation. Call into your intention this primary emotion that you are feeling right now. Call it up. What is the primary emotion that is driving you in this moment? Is it stress? Do you just feel stressed? Do you feel overwhelmed? Do you have grief? Do you have anger? Are you frustrated? Are you bitter? See if you can identify the emotion that is dominant right now. You can share it in the comments, you don't have to. And then I want you to give yourself a score, 0 to 10. 0 is I don't feel this at all. 10 is, I'm feeling it to the max. I think I can't feel it anymore. Whatever that emotion is, give yourself a number. Please feel free to share that number in the comments, because we're going to be observing how that number changes. So you can feel free to document that in the comments, even if you don't document the emotion. Give you a second to do that. All right, we got a 6. Mercedes coming in with a 6. And by the way, while we're doing this together, I just want to drop in this: defeated is a feeling, Angela, yes. That I will be doing a free webinar on the shadow and the conditioning of the centers in the Human Design Body Graph on Monday. I will drop in the registration link for that here. Please join us if you have the capacity to do that. You will learn so much about patterns of shadow and conditioning, and it would be so helpful for you just to understand your own psychology and your own well-being from this human design wisdom, which is so profound. So stay tuned for that. All right, we have a 6, we have an 8, overwhelm at an 8, 6, 8. Okay, pretty high, everybody pretty high. All right, we're gonna try our best to get this to at least a 2. Can we all do that together? You think we can put in the effort? Okay, we're gonna try. Okay, all right. So the first place we're going to start is the side of your hand. And this is what we're going to do a setup phrase. Here, what we do with the setup phrase is we're going to repeat a sentence 3 times. And the point of repeating that sentence is that you are avoiding what we call reversals. You are wanting to avoid your own mind of resisting the transformation with a logical reversal, which is really common. So you don't want to be wired against your own well-being, which is really easy to do. So the setup phrase helps us handle reversals. Okay. Yeah, you can do this while you're walking, Margaret. Totally. In fact, it might help your energy move. You will all need to drink quite a bit of water though, because this works on the electrical system. And so as you are hydrated, it is a faster work. Okay. And also my last preface for this is that the work will continue to work. So things might come up over the next 24 hours that seem unresolved and want your attention. You know, your dreams might be a little bit wild. You might have some unrest that pops up or some clarity that pops up. You never really know what's going to happen. If you need support, please reach out to me. You can always send me a private message. And I'm happy to offer you support however I'm able. Okay. So the setup phrase is going to help us avoid reversal, avoid canceling out the work that we're doing. We're going to repeat a phrase, tapping here, what we call a karate chop point 3 times. Then we're going to do the top of the head, right where the crown would be, top of the head with this tap. If tapping does not feel good, sometimes it doesn't, you can also press. You can do some light pressure on the points. So instead of tapping, you can just press down. Then we're going to come to where your eyebrow starts, right where the eyebrow starts. You can do left side, right side, both sides, doesn't matter. Okay, here. Then we're moving to the side of the eye, right next to the eye, not here, not in the temple, right next to the eye, okay? And then underneath the eye, right where these beautiful bags of experience and life sit, okay? Right there. Then under the nose, then the chin, then right where the collarbone is, and just right underneath the collarbone. So if you're on your bone and you just slightly slide down right there. And we're going to do the center of the chest, the thymus point, for healing. All of you saying healing. Yes, beautiful bags of experience. Then we're going to do the rib. Okay, this is called the simple formula for tapping. There's more points, but these are primary points and excellent, really efficient. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start. You're going to repeat after me, and you're going to plug in the emotion that is dominant for you: defeated, disappointment, grief, anger, overwhelm, stress. Whatever that emotion is, you're going to plug in that emotion. I will say blank. You plug in that emotion. And then you're also going to tell me where you feel that in your body. Okay? So see if you can call up, where do I feel the overwhelm, Allison? Is it in my gut? Is it in my chest? Where do I feel the defeat? Where do I feel the grief? Where do I feel the anger? It's in my shoulders, in my hips. Okay? Find where it physically lives. We're going to use these two things, the emotion and where it lives, to collapse it. Okay? Let's go. Even though I feel this blank, the stress, this overwhelm, okay? In my blank, even though I feel this stress in my shoulders, okay? Even though I feel this overwhelm in my gut, even though I feel this grief in my heart, that's how you're going to say it. I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. We're going to say this 2 more times. Even though I have this blank in my blank, even though I have this stress in my shoulders, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. For some of you, this phrase alone might start you to cry, and that's perfectly okay. Some of you might start yawning already. The yawn is a way of moving energy. You might start laughing. You might start burping. Once we start doing this, all kinds of things will happen. You'll feel physical sensations. Just keep going. Okay. Even though I feel this blank in my blank, this overwhelm in my gut, this grief in my heart, this stress in my shoulders, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. That's 3 times. Okay. I said it 3 times. Now, you're going to use a short reminder phrase. We're going to say, this blank in my blank, this stress in my shoulders, this overwhelm in my gut, this stress in my shoulders, this overwhelm in my gut, this grief in my heart, this stress in my blank. What is it? This blank in my blank. This blank in my blank. Repeat your phrase as your reminder phrase. This blank in my blank. Keep repeating. We're going to do 3 rounds of this. When you get to the rib, that's 1 round. We're going to go back and repeat this 2 more times. This blank in my blank. Keep going. Blank in my blank. It's overwhelm in my gut. Grief in my heart. Stress in my shoulders. Worry in my gut. Worry in my heart. Worry in my shoulders. Nervousness in my gut. That's our round 2. We're going to our 3rd round. Nervousness in my gut. You might be yawning by now. I'm about to. You might start burping. You might start crying. All of that is just energy moving. Emotion. Energy in motion. It's just trying to make its way out. Let it go. Feel it. You're safe. It's okay. If you were working together, I would guide you through that, walk you down the ledge. Sometimes it gets overwhelming a little bit emotionally. Having someone to ground you, just focus on my voice helps. When you get to the rib, it's your 3rd round. After you've done it 3 times, pause, take a deep breath, and let the energy settle in your body. Notice how you feel just after those 3 rounds. Notice if there's a reduction in the sensation already. If you were at a 7, are you lower than that? If you were at an 8, are you lower than that? If you were feeling something in your gut, has it moved somewhere else now? Or did it disappear? Did it dissipate? If you started with one emotion, has it become another emotion? Sometimes that happens. The emotion shifts as a new facet shows up. What are you feeling? How does that feel? Moved to chest from the throat. Okay. We're going to do another round together. I'm going to guide you through another round. More peaceful. Great. So if your number has lowered, but the sensation is the same one, you're going to use that same sensation to tap on. Kylie, because yours has moved from the throat to the chest is on fire, that's what you're going to use to tap on. Even though I have this emotion in my chest and it's on fire. Okay. That's how you're going to phrase that. Tingly in a good way. Yep. Energy moving. Beautiful. All right. So assess where you are. Is it the same emotion? You feel like you need to work on it a little bit less. Your shoulders are tense, Allison. So for this next round, we're going to be on the shoulders. You're going to be focusing on the sensation in your shoulders. Immediately yawned and now full tears and sadness, grief. Okay. You're going to be working on the sadness and the grief, Angela. Okay. The tears just came immediately, Najira. Yes. Because the thing about EFT and the reason I will die on this hill is because you don't have to talk about anything even. We don't have to revisit a memory if you don't want to, if you're not able to. You don't. The emotion will come. What needs to be resolved will come forward on your behalf with this really simple practice. It is so cleansing and purifying. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Fear, it's pushing up from my gut. That's what you're going to be tapping on for this next round, Mercedes, okay? Najira, whatever you identified in the tears, whatever came forward for you that the tears have revealed, that's what you're going to tap on this next round, okay? Kylie, feel that sadness, that fire in the chest. That's what you're going to be tapping on for this next round, okay? All right. We're going to come back. We're going to set up again because we want to avoid any reversals. We're going to avoid rejecting this, okay? All right. So let's go with, even though I have this blank in my blank, what's the new emotion? Or maybe it's the same emotion. Where is it now? Maybe it's in the same place. Even though I have this blank in my blank, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Even though I have this blank in my blank, I love, honor, and accept myself. Even though I have this blank in my blank, I love, honor, and accept myself. 3 times. Now, this blank in my blank, what's the sensation? The sadness in my chest on fire. This overwhelm in my tense shoulders. This grief from the defeat. What is it? What are you feeling? Give it a name. Identify it. Move it through. You can do this. You deserve to feel this. Don't let it stay in here. Get it out. Complete the circuit. Emotions want to be completed. They don't want to stay stuck. So we're going to give them movement. This blank in my blank. We're going to give them a way out. We're going to support ourselves to bring an emotion to completion. Blank in my blank. What's the feeling? Where is it? Give it a name. Identify it. Let's move it. This is our second round. All right. Last round. You get back to the top of the head. It's going to be your third round. This blank in my blank. Feel it and move it. Feel it and move it. All right. When you're done with your third round, you're going to do the same thing. Take a deep breath. Let the energy settle in your body. Notice what you notice. Do you have clarity? Do you have a stillness in you that you didn't have before? Did the tears come? Did it move? Did it shift? Did it transmute into something else? Sometimes a memory will come forward as well, or a situation will come forward, and this is indicative of something that feels unresolved in your field that wants your attention. Shifted to grief. More emotion came up. Anybody surprised by their response? Or maybe have questions about their response? Barbara said exhaustion has dispersed. I'm feeling energized. Beautiful breakthrough. Well done. Well done. That's how we do. Tears came and went. Tension built in my shoulders. The tenderness in my gut is still present. Yes, get to do more work here. Kylie, so this same grief that keeps coming forward is looking for something specific to resolve. When you have cycles of emotion, like they just keep presenting themselves in the same way, the patterning is the same. Like I'm talking about exactly the same parts of the body, same level of intensity, same memory attached to it, same. That's because the core aspect of that grief still hasn't been touched. There's a lack of resolution. Sometimes this happens a lot when people take on EFT on your own, which I completely encourage you to do. You can't hurt yourself with this modality. It's really helpful. So please use it as much as you're capable of. But sometimes we need help to see ourselves because we can't see ourselves clearly. And the core of what we're navigating remains untouched. And so this is the benefit, of having support. Allison shared confirmation to stay seen and push past the old conditioning. So many tears shed as I stand as well. It's washing my soul. Oh, I love that. So fantastic. It's beautiful. Love that. Angela said I need a nap. Probably will do more rounds and go back to that meditation. Yes. All right, we're going to do a closing up with a little tapping, just to support yourself and hold yourself. Obviously, there's more work to be done, right? A lot of you have uncovered some things that might need more of your support. But for the sake of this container and bringing closure to it, I want you to just cross your arms over yourself like this, like you're holding yourself. Really hold yourself. And all we're going to do is we're going to alternate tap. So you're going to tap one shoulder and then the other. Okay. We're just going to affirm ourselves while we close this up. Okay. And so I want you to repeat after me and say, even though this is so hard for me, even though this is so hard for me, and there still feels like there's so much work to be done. And sometimes I don't even understand my own suffering. And that leads to anger and frustration with myself. I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself through this process and through all the processes that are before me. I choose to love myself through this. I choose to honor myself through this. And I choose to accept myself through this. Just hold yourself, give yourself a little squeeze, and feel that. Feel that commitment to love, to honor, to accept yourself. Feel that in your soul. That yeah, you might be feeling all these really difficult emotions and you might get so upset with yourself sometimes, but no matter what, you will not abandon self. You will honor yourself. You will hold yourself through it all. Period. This is the new way. This is the new way. Thank you for spending this time with me this morning. True honor. True honor. Never stops feeling like one. If you need support, if you feel like you've uncovered something that really, really, really is deep and you need support, please reach out to me. Okay. I love you all. I see you all. I'm cheering for you every day. And may the prayers that you receive today continue to bless you. You're welcome. My pleasure. You're very welcome. Okay. I'll see you on Monday then, hopefully, if you can make it. You did not miss anything, Anna, because there's a beautiful replay waiting for you, and you get to experience all of this energy and love in that replay. Of course there's a replay. You guys will be able to watch this live, and then, of course, please register for that webinar on Monday, though, so that you can be sent the replay, okay? Even if you know that you can't make it, please register so that you can receive a replay. My pleasure, my pleasure. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Oh, Najira, I love that so much. I'm so, so, so happy to read this. This really leaves my heart so full. Thank you for joining. I'm so glad that you were invited. I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, okay. I will speak to you soon. All my love.